We were doing so well and then it started raining.
It's very light now.
Yeah, be alright?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll cover the camera over and we'll see where we get them. Right, time for the final full day. Hello.
Hello.
So we pass through it every day, but this is Reizenrijk. I can't actually remember which land this is, but...
Condor Sinbad land.
Condor Sinbad Small World land. Okay, I just checked my spreadsheet. This is the travel realm, apparently.
Fair enough.
What would you like to do first? We can either do the small world, we can do the thing behind us. What do you fancy?
Start with Small World.
Yeah? Okie dokie. Carnival Festival. It's a fever dream. You know what, for a ride that is essentially Small World in Dutch, that was pretty painless. It wasn't overly long, which always helps, and yeah, just entertaining. So the song was repetitive, but they always are, but it is for kids. But yeah, just a nice little jaunt around in a little car, going around, looking at some nice things, some terrifying things. The dragon and the like monkey gorilla thing was cool. I did like that, so. Nice calm way to start the morning after yesterday being a bit more hectic than we'd planned. So we're now heading on, we're going to go a bit more through Reizenrijk and then we're on to Marerijk after that, which is the Tails land, and that's the last one that we've got to do. So.
What?
I mean, it does sound like Wallace and Gromit, doesn't it?
Little, yes!
It's got the starting thing of the do 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 do. We should head on down and
yeah,
carry on our way down here. So, and the sun's come out as well. It was forecast thunderstorms today, and
yeah, sun's out.
It
no
really
rain.
isn't at all. So, winner, can't be bad.
Also, real quick, did you just put up our ride photo just now?
Yeah.
All right, cool, thank you. So, whilst I was going and getting this drink, it is hilarious to see, like, there's one where the kid is looking, but the eyes are just like, ooh, like,
Yeah,
it's like seeing something to the other side. It is hilarious.
Right, let's carry on then, shall we?
Let's.
Okay, so we're about to enter Marerijk. So yeah, right. That swing is not fooling me. I ain't going to be made for my fat legs.
So I'm going to say it again. worried it was so low you were going to be dragging your feet on the floor every time you...
I've made it. Ian said I couldn't do it, so now I'm doing it.
I didn't say you couldn't do it, I said you might not be able to.
I said my hip got tired, so now he's going to push me. Whee! Oh god.
Oh god. There's the captain floor.
That was fun. And this, as it turns out, we've accidentally stumbled upon Villa Volta, which was our next stop. This is a Vekoma madhouse, I believe. Okay, slight change of plan. We've just read the accessibility on this, and it looks like you can't do the main show if you've got any sort of mobility aid with you. Mine's largely for fatigue and chronic pain, and I am planning on coming without it later to go to the theatre show, so we're going to give it a miss for now, and instead we're going to go on Droomvlucht, which is apparently a flying attraction of some sort, so this should be interesting. I'll put in the Efteling footage now for you, as I've given up trying to film on things. It's just easier for me, so let's go for a fly. Way too close, there we go. Okay, so Droomvlucht was really good. It's actually Dream Flight in English, so I'm probably mispronouncing the Vlucht bit, but I'm trying. So now Ian's just gone to go and see if he can find a snack or a drink. We're about to watch the Raveleijn show? Raveleijn? I don't know. I looked it up this morning because I was looking for shows and things that we could do whilst we're sort of going in between rides and stuff and having a bit of a quiet day, and this one kind of popped up and caught my eye because it appears it has a mechanical dragon in it. I have no idea if I can film or not. If I can, I will try. If not, I imagine there'll be footage that I can put in, so we'll see how we go. But yeah, just wait for Ian to get back and then we'll be going in to watch this show. So it does look very interesting. It seems to be the riders from sort of one of the Efteling tales. It's that the land's been taken over and these are the riders who are going to save it and rescue it and bring their land back to them or something. So yeah, it looks really good. It looks like it's a lot of like knights fighting, and like I said, it's a mechanical dragon, so you can't really get wrong with that. So we'll see how we go. We've also been laughing because all the birds are attacking the pushchairs that are outside of the Dream Flight attraction. They're all going in and like having a bit of a nibble. Apparently someone's lost their lunch because they had sandwiches attached to the bag, and those sandwiches are not going to be there when they get back. So, oh dear. But yeah, oh, here he comes. He has acquired a hot dog.
They had Dutch hot dogs, so
Fair
I
enough.
got a Dutch hot dog. Which is basically just a hot dog in a little baguette.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, shall we go and start
Try and
queuing?
get, yeah.
No food allowed, so he's got to scoff it. Oh dear.
It's a little collectible gnome.
That's cute.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That was like an actual Efteling brand.
Nice.
Cool.
Thank you, Goose. Purchase made. I found a clothing. But now it's raining,
Now
so
it's
I
raining.
think we need to.
Bust out the waterproofs.
Yeah. I got him. So basically Ian's gone on Python again by himself because I'm not really feeling it today. I am a 2 loops a holiday person. It's he's just been on that. You'll have just seen that in the last clip. And now we're going to head on to Joris on Draak to go and do the dragons again because that is still my favourite, hands down. So off we go. We'll go meet the boy. Just jumping in with a quick bit of context for you as it's not quite obvious. Ian went on the red side of Joris and Draak because that side isn't accessible when I've got the walker, and at the time I had the walker, so he wanted to do this just in case we weren't able to get on it on the last day. Okay, back to the video. Not the sausage.
African dog.
And we're back in the room a lot later than we actually planned. I've just changed into my nice dress. Got this from Yours in a sale. Yeah, I thought I'd just spruce up a bit. Ian's got a nice top to put on after this, so he's just sorting himself out now, and then we'll be heading down to the theatre to watch CARO. I am very much assuming I can't film this. The Raveleijn one was an interesting one. It said no flash photography, but there wasn't anything about videoing. But to be honest, by the time it got started and I was fully into it, I kind of just forgot anyway. So I will find some footage. As I've said before, we are not a monetized channel, so that's why I'm using all the clips and things. I'm here solely to share as quality footage as I can get with you, rather than half-heartedly done footage that can make me some form of money on YouTube. It's just not happening. It was amazing. We really enjoyed it as like just a little sort of interim midday show, and the dragon was as cool as expected. So yeah, really good fun, amazing effects, just done so beautifully. And even though it was all in Dutch, and I know a few words, I've been learning a few things here and there before we've come away, so I have managed to get by and understand certain things, but even without knowing fluent Dutch, it still all made sense. Anyway, so because I don't think I can film in there, I'm gonna leave the camera here so it's a bit less weight on me to take around for the rest of the day, but we will check in at the end of the day. Yeah, we're just gonna get ready and then head off to see CARO, the theatre show, which should be a Cirque du Soleil treat. So again, I know there is an advert thing for this, so I will put this in here and then we'll be back in a bit to tell you how much we enjoyed it. I'll also put in like anything that I end up filming on my phone, just in case. So, bye for now.
Okay, so we're back.
We are back from CARO, which was flipping awesome.
Absolutely, yeah. Genuinely amazing.
It was so good. It was beyond... I mean, you didn't know anything going in.
No, you were trying to show me right before we went in. I was like, nah, spoilers. Yeah. I had... Obviously, they've got, like, posters and things around, and it's a very Cirque du Soleil type poster.
Yeah.
But that's, like, a fraction of what's actually going on.
It was so good. Like, I'll have put in a clip of the advert thing that's on the internet before this. So I kind of had an idea that it was like a little bit of acrobat and a little bit of dancing and all that sort of stuff, but just the props, the effects.
The effects, the story as well.
The story was, it was very up without having a child.
It was...
Which was very sad, but at the same time, it was just expressed so well. And then they tied in all the music from around the park as well.
Yeah, all the music from the rides. I mean, well, sorry, not every single ride, but from a lot of the rides.
Yeah.
Made very prominent appearances during, like, set pieces of the show, so...
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the way it went. Like, I mean, you said as well, because obviously we've gone to see it on the last night, and you said...
Yeah,
you're glad that we did.
Glad, yeah. If you are planning on coming here and seeing that show,
yeah,
make sure you try and do as many of sort of the signature rides, or at the very least, make sure you've gone through each area to have at least heard the music.
Yeah,
to get a bit of context for. It doesn't matter, but it gives you like a neat, nostalgic little twing.
Yeah,
like there's a bit where, and I'll keep this brief to say from spoilers, but like. There's a moment where a character pulls out a prop and, like, hums the tune. Because anyone who knows that tune back to front. Essentially, it's this world's version of It's a Small World.
Yeah, it is.
So he does a little ditty, and then everyone's like, very funny, because, yes, we've all heard it to death. But then it just kicks in, like, super loud, and you're like, oh, here we go. But you're in a good time for it, kind of thing.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
it's very, very well done.
Yeah, it was very well placed in the show, so... Yeah, it just everything about it was just so good, and you even got a portrait of yourself.
Well, yeah. So, do we want to talk about the
pre-show, like
the pre-show? But it sets up the whole thing.
Yeah. Hey, I have a microphone. I'll get you a picture.
Okay. So they have one of the actors come out, and he's in a very sort of clownish getup. Yeah. He's basically doing interactions with audience members.
Yeah, it's like a warm-up.
Like, yeah, he's acting like a warm-up act, but then it does lead into the broader show. And again, for spoilers, I won't say what happens. But at one point, he did come over to us because we had front row seats.
Because originally I did have allocated seats, but I think with all the building work going off or something happened, and I got an email about 2 months ago saying all the reserve seating was gone for our show. You just sit wherever you like, and as it so happens, we were at the front of the line, and then we got to
interact with this character. So
yeah, because he was looking at me, and I was like, please don't pick me. I'm very much that person. Like, I don't pick front row normally for a reason, but I'm like, go to this one. This one likes attention, please.
So I think he kind of, because I did see his eyes kind of flip back and forth, but he just saw I had like the big old grin on my face. So he comes over. And it's like he introduced himself, you say his name back. And then for me, he was saying, okay, so you sit there, I'm going to be Picasso. And then he just sits on the end of this big circular dial. And so he sat on the edge of there and he's doodling. And he doodled for a good solid...
It's got to be a minute and a half.
Yeah, so, but I like held it up and he was like, brilliant. And he shows like everyone else but us until the end. And then he shows this. I mean, look, there you go. So
side by side.
It's it's a brilliant gag, but then he just comes over, like rips it off and hands it to me, and I was like I'm so happy with it. It's such a great little souvenir.
But then he interacted with you a couple of times.
More throughout the show. It's like fist bump at the end, and
tried to sell you a clock.
Yeah, at one point it's like a bazaar, so he comes over and he's just like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I'm just like, "Great," like trying to watch the show, but like. But then there are these two kids who are kind of like always getting in this character's way. So because he's like, "Hey, I'm going to sell you this clock. What do you want?" And they immediately come over and they're like, "Go in." He's like, "Hey, I'm just trying to." Yeah. So then it's them, but like just having them come over, and because they do it with everyone, don't they?
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they're going to all different sides.
They're going to all different sides because it's a circular arena.
Yeah.
Seating on all sides kind of thing. But it was so good.
Yeah, just.
So yes, very.
And the effects and stuff. There's like.
Oh god, yes. Flame jets.
Yeah,
I meant
flame
to say.
jets in the floor.
Like sparklers that go off.
There's a water curtain. Just
everything about it was absolutely fantastic. Smoke effects that were coming up like right in front of you.
Yeah. And then, big set pieces, we won't tell you any of them, but big impressive set pieces. They were so good.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, we've still got a morning tomorrow, so we're planning on just going around hitting the rides. I'm not going to take the camera with me tomorrow. I'll just you'll basically, after this, get a little montage of, oh yeah, we're heading home kind of thing. That'll be it, and then we'll probably do a trip summary when we get home, I reckon.
Reckon so?
Yeah, we'll do a trip summary when we get home. So the next time you'll see us blobbing on will be when we're on the sofa at home with Cortana. But what a way to kind of end the trip.
It is the perfect nightcap to your day here, whether you're spending a day, whether you're spending a few days in one of the hotels. Absolutely make it the last thing you do. It is the Phantasmic of Efteling.
Yeah,
100% or the happily ever after of Efteling. I've still got my glasses strapped on. No wonder this is hurting. So,
yeah, it is. It was just, we kind of just looked at each other and we were just like, oh my God. So yeah, it's amazing. That's an amazing way to end what has been a really lovely holiday outside of the tumultuous travel, which is going to continue tomorrow probably, but it's fine. We'll get home somewhere or another, I'm sure. In the end, we did...
the Hex thing,
yeah, we did Villa Volta, and then we just did, like, the carousel, and... What else did we do? Fata Morgana as well, so... We just went and hit, like, the final rides as we were heading down.
Actually, yeah, thank goodness we did do that one, because... That was another bit of music in the show.
Yeah,
because as soon as it kicked in, we were like, ah.
Yeah, it was like, we literally rode this like an hour ago. So, yeah, it was really good. So, that's all we pretty much did. Had a couple of extra snacks and stuff, and then just made our way back. So, it's been a busy day.
But it hasn't. That's the thing. But it did kind of take me by surprise when I realised we'd been in the parks for like 6 hours or something. No, 7 hours.
Yeah.
Before we ended up heading back here to get ready to go out again. So. Because again, we didn't do many rides.
No.
So. Yeah, all good.
All good. Righto. So I'm gonna get all this packed away. So the next time we see you will be on my phone, and I'm just gonna do a little. I'll do a little, here's what we did on the final morning montage. Might put a voiceover to it or some music, haven't decided yet. So that's all for today, and we're going to roll straight into tomorrow morning. So we will see you there. Bye.
Later, taters.
Oh, those twisty taters were yummy.
Oh, they were like, always go crispy, never go poofy.
Yep, definitely. Thank you so much. Hello, it's us from the future where Ian has acquired more toys.
Merch.
By going to see Jurassic World Rebirth. However, that's not the coup de grace, this is the coup de grace.
This is the coup de grace because I made my own because they always sell out. But that's not why we're here.
No, it's not.
We'll make that a separate video if you want to see it. So if you want to know how I turned this into a popcorn bucket, leave us a comment.
This is the outro to the Efteling series. I've been meaning to do this since we got back. It's a very rare occasion where I haven't finished a series as we've got back, because normally we do it the day after, but there's been a lot going on.
So yes, we are recording this a full month after we got back.
Yeah, today is the 6th, I think? Yeah, so literally a month since we got back, so it's a month in the future. Hi. So, Efteling. I miss it so much.
I think we both do.
Yeah. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. We've had the Water Lilies song on pretty much repeat every time we've thought of it. I mean, at the moment, we're now on K-pop Demon Hunters songs. That's currently our new thing.
Our new earworm. But
as of 2 days ago, but
every so often, you and I will just be working from home, be a little bit bummed out, and just be like, no, let's just put on, the Water Lilies songs, or George and the Dragon, or Dance Macabre, or...
Yeah.
You're just
all
here.
These... The other day, we were just going... just over and over. I think we did it on the walk home from work, didn't we? So
yeah, I mean
it's very much integrated its way into our everyday lives now,
kind of the internal meme structure you and I live by.
Yeah, 100%. So and can honestly say the whole trip was worth it overall.
Oh, absolutely. Trip was worth it. The park was wonderful. The rides were great.
The staff were lovely.
Everyone was lovely.
The hotel was a dream. I
miss that bed.
Yeah, I miss that bed too. I'm normally happy to come home to our bed because it is quite fluffy and clouds, but that bed was on a whole different other level of clouds.
That was clouds incarnate.
Yeah, it was amazing. In summary, absolutely amazing experience overall, travel aside, but I would absolutely do the travel all over again to go back there.
Well, yeah, once you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
If we were to go back, we'd have a much easier time of it.
Yeah, 100%, and I'm going to learn a bit more Dutch. I do apologise to Dutch speakers. I realise I've pronounced quite a few things wrong. I was trying, and some lovely commenters have helped me with, Droomvlucht. I was saying it that way. It's actually Droomvlucht. So I know I've done that one wrong. I said Holly Bolly Geese, and it was actually Holly Bolly Guys. So I'm still learning, and I'm still making the effort to learn, because we are going to be going back. It won't be anytime soon, but the next time we go will be for Christmas, and I'm aiming for that Grand Hotel because they released the prices and they're not too bad.
They're not terrible.
They're within the realm of what I'm happy to pay. So, but to be fair, having also seen the other ones, I'm a bit there might be potential trips in our future yet for staying at the other hotels as well, just to see them. So we'll just do the important questions. What was your favourite ride?
It's a toss-up, but I really, and because I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, I really liked Dance Macabre.
Yeah, Dance Macabre was amazing.
A surprise kind of sleeper hit.
Dance Macabre was mine as well. It just pipped Joris, it, because I did enjoy Joris, but I knew what I was expecting with that, George and the Dragon.
Thank you.
So it just pipped it on that edge, but Joris was my favourite coaster. Because I love a wooden coaster. I'm very, I love the one in Great Yarmouth, which is one of the original handbrake controlled ones. So
Wicker Man, we're big fans of.
Wicker Man, we absolutely love. Was it better than Wicker Man?
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm the same.
I think because what it has going for it is it's a dueling coaster, first of all.
Yes.
But second of all, with Wicker Man, because you've got, again, quite a lot in quite a condensed area.
It took over the log flume area, but only a portion of it, because there's another bit of the log flume area. So if you've ever been to Alton Towers, it took over a very small portion. I think it took over the ride area of that, like the loading bay.
But when you have this roller coaster in like this space, yeah, you've kind of got everything in this circular arena kind of thing. So you've got lots of backing on yourself, which is great. But George and the Dragon had like long stretches.
Yeah.
Where you're just going fast, but the track is like bucking and jiving and weaving like that, which isn't something I've seen a lot of on wooden roller coasters.
No, I haven't.
But then it'll like whip you around like an almost 180-degree corner kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it just had a bit more uniqueness to it other than ups and downs and banking corners. Yeah. There was variety to it.
Yeah, and on the blue track especially, you actually go out into one of the like lakeside bits and then come back around. You go out towards Piranha, and then you come back in, and you can just see everything, and you can see Baron and Vliegend Hollander as well. They're all there. So it just gives that bit more variety, doesn't it, than Wicker Man. You are basically staring at wood as you go around. Not to say we don't love Wicker Man. Wicker Man has absolutely been our favourite.
Wicker Man is great, and it's
been our favourite for a long time. But this one has just pipped it in a special way, I think.
Yeah, and the novelty of looking over at the other train and like baiting people and
you're like bring it on,
getting into like proper gets proper competitive. Like I think when I went on it by myself and I'm with there were these two folks who were sat, I can't remember if they were in front or behind me, but then like they were trash talking their own kids on the other coaster.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, oh, we're trash talking, can I join in? And they were like, yeah, absolutely, go for it. Yeah. So, and then they flipped me off, which I thought was a bit weird.
Well,
but anyway, but it's good fun. It's
it just adds that different level of engagement, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not like you're just going around with me. It's you're going around and you're like, we're competing with somebody else. So just really, really good. It was an amazing experience. We absolutely will be going back. I will revise the travel next time so that we have fewer problems. Probably do the Eurostar next time, in all honesty. But yeah, absolutely would go back. And it's almost put us off going anywhere else now because
we can't match the high.
Yeah. So where we did have something planned next year, we're going to downsize that back to just staying in the UK. But then we have got Orlando at the end of next year. And that'll be a very different experience again because we're staying on a different site. So that should be...
Well, we've got Epic Universe.
Yeah.
Which, again, like in the design of it all, because it's got these self-contained, very intense areas, but then the whole Central Park, like I'm kind of intrigued by that.
Yeah.
And exploring that, very much like areas of Efteling.
Yeah. Yeah, so. With Efteling being split up, it meant that we could just go, right, we're going to hit here and here today, and then come back, and then hit here and here on another day. So, yeah, it's just worked really, really well. Mm-hmm. So,
good find.
Yeah, would highly recommend to, as long as you're not going just for hardcore, you just want to ride everything. I will say the rides are brilliant, but they are short, so just be aware of that. But the place itself is amazing. If you're worried about the food coming from the UK, because there will be some people, I did have a few reservations because I do have very select allergies. The food was absolutely fine. It's the things like chips and stuff or fries for Americans cooked in a different kind of oil, so do be wary of that because that can consistent. Have an effect.
Dutch chips are a constant across the country.
Yeah. But they are cooked in a different type of oil from what I could taste. It worked fine with me, so... But you get things like, you got cookies, you got the pancake place, you've got
the fried
hot dogs.
There was the fried cheese thing.
Yeah, the fried cheese thing was
Like
absolutely lovely.
snack.
That was in the end montage you'll have just seen. That was the cassouffle. So yeah, food wise, even if you struggle, unless it's a really select allergy, you should be okay. I've got very random allergies, and I managed to get by.
You got by, and well, I mean, there were things like there were burger places that we didn't even try because
there was loads of variety. It's all plentiful. So I have seen a few complaints about like arcade games and galleries and stuff like you would see there, and a lot of flogging tap, but you do kind of get that everywhere, in all honesty. Alton Towers
I can say they're no different than the ones you find at Alton Towers.
No, Alton Towers is always my nightmare, especially when we're there for Scarefest, because they have the strobing ones. I will say, the one that they've got there, because it's Pardew's, like, magic wand thing.
Scepter.
That's it, Scepter. That didn't flash. It didn't seem to be flashing. It had a pulsing, but not a flashing.
It pulsed, but it pulsed slowly.
Yeah. Very happy for me, having epilepsy, because the strobing ones are an absolute nightmare. But I can't change what other people buy, and that's absolutely fine. I just look away from them. But yeah, you do get your standard tat. You do get, the toys through every gift shop as you come out of each of the rides and things. Overall, it just has a special little spark of magic, and there are little things that you can find around the park, like that first day when we were walking in and you looked through that telescope thinking it was just a telescope, and then you saw bone dragons.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that, we weren't expecting that. I heard it making some noise, but I didn't know what it was. Aside from the bits that were under construction, we couldn't really see any of the outside world until we went to the hotel. And even then, you're just looking over Carousel where it's based. So, although it is like a city line, it's still far enough out in the sticks, and you go back into the park and you're just immersed from the second you step through. So all in all, an amazing trip. We would highly recommend, as long as it fits in your wheelhouse. If you have liked and commented, the views on these videos have actually been vastly superior to the Walt Disney World series from last year, so thank you so much if you've left a comment or a like. There are a few photos over on Instagram as well if you want to check that out. And as far as vlogs for the rest of the year go, we're going to Fantasy Forest in 2 weeks. I'm going to try and vlog it, but I don't know how it's going to come out, because conventions in general are really hard to vlog, because I'm having to put you into your costume, be in my own costume, and then handle a camera at the same time as checking where you are. And it's one of those, because I act as a handler for his costume, it's a little bit more difficult to vlog, but I think there are going to be things that I can vlog, like the wicker burning and things. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to see, but I'm not going to take the tripod, so it might be a bit wibbly, sorry. So there'll either be a vlog or there won't. And then after that, it will be a Chessington series, and it'll actually be largely focused around accessibility, because we'll be going with my mum and dad, and my mum has a high level of accessibility needs far beyond mine in this series. It'll be interesting. We're going to see an accessible giraffe suite there, and just getting around the parks. We've already warned of the things that we know of, but it'll just
steep hills.
Yeah, it'll just be interesting to see actually from that perspective, and hopefully bring that to you. So if you are a wheelchair user and that's something you were looking at doing, hopefully we can give you a bit more insight into that. So if you're interested in that, I don't normally say it, but subscribe, because I'm terrible at keeping up with updates, and it will just pop up. I'll put up a thing about a week before saying this is going to come on this date, and then you'll get a premiere date basically, but it'll be on YouTube and Instagram. Thank you ever so much for watching this series, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.